What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? We are in the building, peep squad. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Love and Marriage, Huntsville, season 5, episode 4. It is going down, and I'm like, OMG. I was like, they was editing a whole lot, and they made sure they had a conversation. As you guys see, Mel did not want to talk about her mother at all, point blank period. She said she wasn't going to speak on it, talk on it. And when her mother was speaking on it and talking on it, Mel was like, no ma'am, no ma'am. But in any event, Tisha got out what she had to say about Van and also, Marsau. Like, OMG, Marsau just wanted to go there. He just wanted to say what he had to say. That, when it comes to Mel, her mother was paying his child support and everything, taking care of the man. I was like, Lord have mercy. I know that Mel is feeling a whole certain type of way about this situation. That her mother done, befriended, got close, too much close to, Mark or whatever the case may be. And they using this as a storyline to talk about her mother. Lord have mercy. Like, I'm surprised her mother couldn't see the demons. She couldn't see the Scots for who they was. Baby. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess, y'all. Like, that is so embarrassing, for real, for real. Good evening, Linda. How you doing? What's up, Davis? Good evening to you. What's up, Vanessa? How you doing, Jones? Like that's crazy. Like, OMG, my mother is so good. Like, I bring people around my mother all the time, and she'll tell you whether they're good, bad, or whether you can trust them, whether you can be around them. It's just like she has this intuition where she tell you, and she hasn't been wrong since today's date with anybody telling them about she could just read people, that intuition. She'd tell you. I'm like, damn, Mel mother was sitting there smiling with her daughter's enemies, and now they are using that situation to throw shots at Mel's mother. Like, damn, Vanessa, why? Just why? Lord have mercy. What a whole situation. It's just, they're being very disrespectful. And Van don't act like Wanda. I can understand if Van act like Wanda. She posted a t-shirt, that Latisha was in, and it says, team wife, and it was a little shade, but it wasn't like crazy shade like the way that Wanda be out here throwing that shade. I'm just like, what a whole mess. What a whole mess. Like, that is just so deplorable. And it got a sting too a little bit. Like, damn. And when it comes to Tisha, she sat there and had that conversation with Martel, and it was supposed to be about business, this and that. I guess that was to see whose side he was on. And Marsau basically just airing out Van's business, talking about she spent the night, she stayed, she was always there, she's paying his child support, going to his court dates and everything. Just making all types of, negativity, talking about this whole situation, point blank period. It's like, damn, when your enemies got ammunition, or they think that they do got ammunition, it is what it is. Girl, Van, you got to start swinging. You should have swung on Miss Wanda when she was up in your daughter's face. Like, come on, Miss Van. I know we're going to be proper and all this other stuff, but that woman was up in your daughter's face. Wanda would have been hitting the ground if that was my mother. My mother is full with the Holy Ghost. She's sanctified, she's saved and everything, but ain't nobody that is her age going to try to swing and put their hand on my face while my mother is standing right there. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like, this is just a whole crazy situation. And then we find out Martel did sleep with Melanika. Like, what's going on in this whole situation? And you got the Scots, they're throwing their shade and everything else when it comes to the Scott Manor, when it comes to their project, when it comes to, Martel, whether they should give him a job or not, debating on whether they should help him. Like, Lord, Martel, you letting yourself get played out like this, that this man got to give you an opportunity and a job somewhere for you to have some business? Like, Lord have mercy. You should have never left home. You should have stayed in that nest, right in Mel's nest, while she was taking care of you, making sure all the paperwork was done for you, because in any event, when it comes to the Scots, you already know that they're involved in a lawsuit. So you have that whole situation that's going on. They're suing Zen Gardens or whatever the case may be for like $800,000 and change. And it seems like Zen Garden and the bank turned around and countersuing. They're suing for $5 million. So Martel, maybe you escape. Maybe You know, who knows? We shall see how this whole situation is going to go on and happen, because it's going to be very impactful with someone suing you for $5 million and you got a bank, and then you have a company like Zen Gardens coming for y'all. So, you know, the Scots going to have to get their armor on. They're going to have to get ready, them books, and everything is going to be seized and looked through and everything. So you already know it's going to get So they go out to, you know, to the Scott Manor, to the location, and they talk about the contracting. And, you know, basically it's costing a whole lot of money to do construction and things of that nature because of, you know, the pandemic, things of that nature, time, money, fuel, you know, tools cost more. You know, they act like they're building, you know, property somewhere in Los Angeles or New York. Okay, they're saying that it's deep out here, but they got the mob out there too. Like, what's going on? So, you know, it's like a whole lot. What you say, Linda? I don't believe Martel and Destiny have also slept together. I do believe Martel and Destiny have also slept together. It was questionable. It was questionable. It was very questionable over there at the grand opening or the grand closing. But in any event, you know, moving on from that situation, when it comes to Tisha, she wants to make sure that Marsau basically purchased a food truck from her mama, and she don't understand why he's giving Martel any type of chances or want to be bothered with Martel or hear Martel out, because her mother, Miss Wanda, basically need a food truck and she wants to invest in it. You know, her mother's her mouthpiece every now and then. Her mother did a lot of dirty work for her daughter, okay? She came for Kimmi, she came for Mel, she came for her niece, you know what I'm saying? So Miss Wanda, I guess, is deserving of a truck, and she's also questioning whether Martel is the father of Sugar Mama. So, Wanda been putting in a lot of work. So she's gonna make sure her mother get paid for the work that she has put in, allegedly. So in any event, yeah, this is crazy. Tamar. Hey, what's up, Norris? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on with you? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Norris. I'm so sorry to hear that. Whew, I'm sorry to hear that. We're going to lift you up in prayer that you be protected and you guys are being able to, get through this difficult time of mourning and loss. And you're able to come together as a family, be strong and have strength. And also, be able to deal with the emotions that are going to fly and being able to deal with the whole situation of losing the matriarch of your family, and how, God will soften and heal your heart. What's up, Miss T? How you doing? Oh, you 92, 92. That means you're gonna live a long time, Mr. Norris Tony. As long as you're doing what is right. 92, you got genes. 92, your grandmother lived to 92. That means you can live to 92 and more, baby. What's up, Miss T? What's going on? How you doing? What's good with you? So we get back to this situation. I'm so sorry for your loss, Norris. I'm really sorry for that. So when we get to this situation, so Tisha's out here, she's out here making sure that her mother gets some money, making sure her mother get that food truck going, and plus it's a storyline. And Wanda been putting in work all season. She's been spreading rumors, carrying here, going there. She's been attacking Mel. She's been doing everything that she could do, you know what I mean, to make sure that she's 100% on Tisha's side. She also confronted Marsau as well, with his back being out in the hotel. Then you got, Marsau, he's sitting here just basically joking around about the hotel picture and the hotel and the back being out. He's joking about, oh, don't get too drunk with Martel. Don't enjoy that date with Martel because he is a cheater. And, don't have too much of a good time where you're in a hotel drunk and somebody take a photograph of your back and your back can be identified. I mean, he's just making all types of jokes and everything. Okay. So in any event, Tisha just wants to know why Marsau even wants to give Martel another chance, because she's done with Martel. She feels like Martel betrayed her, and she's still really pissed that he said that Marsau was cheating, and that started everything. And I don't think Marsau ever forgave Martell of leading his wife and the public towards him being unfaithful. He didn't have to tell us. Martell didn't have to tell nobody. But in any event, I think he's still holding on a grudge, because you see how he's holding on this grudge when it comes to Lou. He has not let that go. You think he let it go with Martell? No, he didn't. Point blank, period. So in any event, we got them having that conversation, and he was like, you going on a date with a known cheater. People would say the same thing about you, Marsau. Like, Marsau is a mess. Like, Lord have mercy. He goes, I don't know if I should be concerned. My wife is going on a date with a known cheater. Lord have mercy. Then we get Melanika. Melanika's in the building and she's married. I told you she slept with Martell. I knew she slept with Martell. That's why she's around with Martell now. And she had to I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Yes, thank you, Vanessa. Such a small town with so much drama. Girl, you ain't even lying. Yes, prayers go up. Yes, sir. Hey, LaPrice, what's going on? How you doing? I know so many same names with the same M's. Yes, Lord. You already know my tongue-tied ass get confused. So in any event, so you got this whole situation where, when it comes to Melanika, she pulls up and Martell's acting like he's measuring something. He's acting like he's doing some work, y'all. He ain't doing no work. Did Martell pass his, did he get his builder's license? Did Martell get his builder's license? That is the question. Did he get his builder's license? I wonder if he did. But in any event, so Martell basically sitting out there. He's waiting for Melanika to come through or whatever. And they're talking about having a event, where they're at. And Martell basically is saying that he's going to do it better. He's going to acknowledge his uncle, his mom. He's going to do it properly, and he's going to do it the right way. He ain't going to leave out his family and bring everybody on the show that have been talking about him, been shading him and all types of stuff, and bring them up there to the forefront like they had something to do with his wine, or there was a part of him building it and making it, when they was shading him and his wife all season long. Okay. In any event, Martell says he's going to do it differently, okay? But he has something to tell Melanika, and he wants to tell Melanika that there is a rumor going around town. And the rumor is, Destiny told me. And then, but Destiny got it from Kimmi. She heard it from Kimmi because Kimmi was talking to Mel. And basically, Kimmi went back and told everybody what was said, what Mel said. And basically, Martell said, if you hear any rumors, or you or your husband hear any type of rumors that we sleeping together, I just want you to know where they're coming from. They coming from Mel, just to let you know. I was like, Lord have mercy. What's up, Darlene? How you doing? What's going on with you? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Much love to you and your family. And thank you so much for your donation. I always appreciate you. And then, so when we get to this situation, Martell is basically telling Melanika that whole situation, and, and saying that Melody is actually starting the rumor. And Melanika is like, girl, she's talking to Martell like, what is going on in this situation? What are you talking about? I ain't got no problems with Mel. I ain't never had no problems with Mel. And Blase ain't a third. I let Mel sing at my mother's funeral. Mel has been coming to my events and things of that nature, and she has spoken. So I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Like, she's in her feelings. Okay. I want to say so many things, but I'm not going to say it because they're all mean. Just looking at her picture. I want to say so many. What is Lane Bryant on sale? Lane Bryant got a sale out here in these streets. Like, what's going on? Ooh, wait. So, so in any event, so this is what, Melanika is saying. And she was like, I let her sing at my mother's funeral and shit like that, And then, the Melanika's like, I don't even know why these rumors are coming. I know we had an issue about being her wedding planner, but I didn't quit in a week. I quit a whole month. And Mel was lucky that I even got my mama, to take over. You got your mama to take over because you've been sleeping with that man. I told you she was sleeping with that man back then. She was sleeping with that man then, and she was sleeping with him before. Okay. And then Martel lets us know that she be cheating on her husband. She's a cheater too as well. So you're going to tell me that she don't wish that she was in the spot that Mel was in, and Blase in the third, and what they have going on and being on TV. Now she's up here picking up the pieces, holding on to Martel's tail. She probably used to do his schoolwork back in the day, because he be talking about he don't know how to do schoolwork. He be cheating, and Blase in the third, that's what he said earlier this season, that he's a cheater. He cheats in school. You know what I mean? It's like so much going on. I hope Mel opens fire on that cast doing the reunion. I know she needs she and let Candace out for real. What's up, Young Peasy? I did that, man. Lord have mercy. She suffered in that outfit trying to shine. Lord, I know this outfit is a whole mess, Miss T. Like at first, the belt was all open when she came. I don't know what type of jeans she got on, y'all. She, you know how the people be selling clothes on the sidewalk. She went and picked them up, picked her up some jeans. She got spandex in them jeans. Lord, I can't. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate you. God bless you and your family, girl. It's always a blessing to receive a blessing from someone that is a blessing. Thank you so much, Darlene. And so, in any event, no, she don't look bad. It's just that she's coming in there with the wife beater on. Like, girl, you couldn't find a nice blouse. You couldn't find a nice t-shirt. Like, what's going on? Like, why you got this wife beater and half of your bra coming out on the side? Then you got your hair slick fried to the side. Like, girl, like, what you coming through? What you coming through like this for? And you walking in dirt and mud and you got sandals on, but thank God you got on your ring, baby. She got these jeans on that if you look in the back, it won't tell you the size or the brand of the jeans, baby. They don't even give you directions on how to wash them, okay? She got these pants on and this outfit, like, girl, nope, the white beater don't go for you, baby. Take that off. What you a down ass chick, you pull up in the Jeep, through the gate. What you doing? You and Martel about to do some crimes? Like, what's happening? What you thug bizzle? Like, I don't even know what's going on. So in any event, but them are nice things that I'm saying. That there was a lot of other things that I would say that are I consider them to be very mean, I didn't say I didn't say the first thing that come to mind, baby. But in any event, so she's out here giving her, her whole speech, saying all this other stuff. She said, so basically, Martel was telling Destiny that he don't know what Melody's talking about. That was so long ago when she's talking about if I was cheating before I got married or messing around with what's her name, Melanika's help or whatever the case may be. And so he was acting like, oh, Mel is nothing but a stone cold liar. She's stone cold. She's a liar. Blase in the third. He was just making it out like she is just Lord, you better stop it, Miss T. So she's he confirmed the conversation when he had with Melanика, and he agreed. He didn't agree, but she was like, yo, you was messing with, Melody accused you of messing with somebody in my business place. And so, she said that she took herself off. So Mel didn't lie about that. Then she said that, Mel accused you of messing with somebody at my job, or you was trying to get with somebody, one of my employees or whatever the case is. But Mel said that you called her and told her that. Then she said Mel done came up to her job, y'all. She said Mel came up to her place of business and she was running through that place talking about who want him, who want Martel. And she was like, only person I want Martel is Mel. And so when Melody came up in there and was like, yo, who want my fiance, that pissed Melanика off, and she felt a certain type of way. So therefore she took herself off, because you don't supposed to take yourself off. You're supposed to fire that employee that is trying to get with one of your clients that you are basically about to make some money off of, okay, that person's supposed to go. So I believe Melanika was talking about herself. It was the employee that worked for her and her that was getting it back with Martel. So don't even play them games. And she made sure she brought that up because she wants us to know or speculate that, it's something was up. Something was up. Something was up. Something was definitely up. She looks like the stalkerish type of chick. She thinks Martel is gold because he was the quarterback or he played football in their small town and he has a reputation and blah blah blah. And I grew up with him, so he's like the town champ. So she's still living through them glasses, them Coke bottle glasses from high school, y'all. Martel ran to share that gossip real quick. He did. He is a mess. Fake Mel was jealous of the real Mel. You all know. What's up, Sims? How you doing, baby? What's going on? Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Help me grow, baby. And so Martel said he wasn't cheating back then. Only got eyes for Mel. He was sitting there lying. When he said that, right? He goes, we wasn't back there. Like, and then he goes, oh, the last time we, was doing it was high school. So basically he admitted that he was doing it with her in high school. Because he goes, we, and I'm surprised she didn't say anything. Like, it seemed like Martel was definitely talking about her when they was having a conversation. And I was just like, Lord have mercy. So you, Martel, you snitching on yourself already and saying that you slept with her. The last time you slept with her was back in high school. Like, what's going on? And he didn't say anything about the employee that was working there, but she basically brought it up, and that person was whore, okay, and the employee. And she got upset that the employee was messing around with him while she was messing around with him, because sometimes the mistress only for there to be one mistress. But if you're the mistress, believe me, there's more than one that, is out here in these streets doing what it do, baby. So in any event, so you have that whole situation. And she basically says, yeah, she walked away, from Mel's, wedding, and Mel better be glad that her mother, end up, taking it on. And Martel was basically saying that he said he haven't had, to me it sounded like he was saying that he hasn't had sex with her since high school, because they was talking, and she was saying that, I don't even know why anybody's clocking me or whatever the case may be with that situation, as far as she don't know why there's any rumors. She don't know why this is happening. She says she don't want Martel, and she ain't never been with Martel, and she don't want him, blase and a third, and all that other stuff. And I was like, okay, so why is he saying that he slept with you in high school, girl? Why is he saying that? And she was like, I was respectful enough to have my mother do it. And then Martel said, we wasn't having sex. We haven't been having sex since. And he says, back in high school. So I'm like, so did Martel just say we haven't been having sex since high school? So it seems like Martel is saying that he had sex with Melanika since when they was in high school, but when he was about to get married, it was almost saying that we wasn't having sex then. You know what I mean? And then he had to think about it. And so was he having sex back then when he was supposed to be, marrying Mel, when he was over there at her establishment and she was planning his wedding and she used to sleep with him in high school? Like, what's going on? Because he goes, we haven't been having sex. We haven't had sex since high school. Like, what's going on? The rumor started with Martel. He is the one keeping it going. Yes, he is. Destiny couldn't wait to tell Martel she knows the high school tea. Lord have mercy. I know. Look, Price, ladies, just because you are married, please go get tested. My goodness, do the pop up at the doctor's office, baby. Miss T said, does ninth grade count since high school? Lord have mercy. La Price, lies, garbage, and trash. Maybe they had sex during summer break between ninth and 10th grade. Lord have mercy. You know Martel was doing his thing. Norris, just look at the chat. So sorry for your loss. Oh, yes. I know. Poor thing. One thing about men, they think they think once they had you, they can have you at any time. And that's for sure. I couldn't see because I don't got my damn glasses on. But yes, Sims, one thing for sure, if they think they had you once, they can have you again and again and again, baby. But this one, she is sticking to Martel like glue. She's not letting him go again. I didn't know. She said, I knew I should have married him. But you probably wouldn't have the same success, okay, that they had together. But in any event, she's basically said, I haven't slept with you, whatever. But Martel said, we haven't had sex since high school. Okay, girl. And, and then after he said that, she goes, I ain't sleep with you. I don't want to sleep with you, blah, blah, blah. And then Martel was like, oh, you don't want to sleep with me? Like, what? You don't want none of these cakes? You don't want none of this sugar? Like, Lord have mercy. She done already had it, boy. She done already had it. And so Martel's making a joke out of the situation. It's just like, you better stop it. You better not piss him off, because he'd be like, girl, we had sex up until, I got married. Play around with Martel. He gonna tell all your business. She was like, I don't want to be bothered with you, Martel. You having babies everywhere, causing all types of problems and all types of situations. Then Martel said, girl, didn't you cheat? And she goes, I can't recall. He goes, oh, you guys are all the same. I can't recall. And then Melanika said, well, if it worked for Melody, it's going to work for me. I can't recall. You let her get away with that. So, she got a little envious going on. She want to be at that place. You know what I mean? But basically, she's picking up the pieces. She's going to see she can make something out of it. Baby, if Mel couldn't do it, you can't do it either. So, Martel wants that hook up right from the high school sex. Yes, he did. He was pissed because he was just, I bet, Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, Martel thinks every woman wants him. Not, Lord. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. A whole mess with Martel. Martel sitting there told that lady business. He slept with her in high school. Like, what are you doing? So we move on to this situation. We get down to Mel. So Mel's having a conversation with her mom, and basically they're talking about the t-shirt situation. They're talking about mama posting, to Instagram when Miss Tisha, she put on the t-shirt, basically said team wife or whatever, and Mel had a little t-shirt that she had out here selling team wife, and basically Miss Van went to her social media and posted what it was, posted your girl, and posted Tisha, and then Tisha took it as a shot. She took it as a situation. She took it as a diss, and so did Marsau. Okay. So she took it as like, okay. She took it as a diss. And Mel asked her, was you trying to be vindictive and blah, blah, blah? She was like, I was just throwing a little shade, because they're always throwing shade at you. You battling everybody. Everybody's coming at you, and they're not so dignified with it. And they don't be holding their tongue. So, I was so tired of people, excuse me. I'm so tired of people coming for you or whatever. So I just threw that out there. And then Mel was like, that's a little bit of light shade. That's a little bit of small shade. It ain't that bad, because other people be throwing all types of messed up shade, especially while they're talking about get a DNA test, find out who your baby father is, and all types of stuff. Like, Lord, talking about, Marsau talking about, Mel, about how she's using the kids as a weapon. He said a whole lot of things about Mel and her children on this show, not nowhere else, but on this show. So, that's a whole situation. So they're talking, and then, she was like, it was just only supposed to be funny. And Mel was like, well, in any event, I wasn't receiving NT cheddar or any money for them t-shirts. It kind of like went dry in the situation. But she said, once you made that post, mama, all the girls came to the yard. The girls came to the yard and she basically made some money. So Mel said it did what it was supposed to do. And Mel said, Mom, you do some classic shade or whatever. And then they get into the situation when it comes to Marsau, his response. And, when it comes to Mel, she was like, yo, his response was, interesting, very interesting. Yes, it was interesting, girl. So in any event, they having this whole conversation, and and then they talk about the picture that Marsau posted, and I think Mark posted a picture as well. They posted a picture of a Coke bottle, and see, here's the post that Miss Van posted of Miss Tisha, and then they posted these bottles or whatever. And so in any event, there have been a lot of rumors when it comes to Van, when it comes to Mel's mother. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here talking about there's a sex tape of her and Mark. I'm like, damn, like your mama's with the ops. Did your mother know that they was the ops? Your mama couldn't see through them. It's just like, damn, she's over there working with Tisha. Tisha got a little bit of tea. Like, what's going on? Like, that's why it's not good to mess with people in the circle, because it can come back on you and bite you. But in any event, Mel is moving forward and Van is moving forward. But I would be feeling a certain type of way. Like, mama, you supposed to be smarter than me. Mama, you supposed to have better intuition than me. Mama, you supposed to know better. Mama, you supposed to know it's too close for comfort. Like, come on, mama. And then they're talking about you out here paying child support. You going to court dates. You like, yo, what do you do? Like, what's going on? Like, this is crazy. Yo, when your mama's messing with the ops, that's some shit. And then the ops is basically using the shit against you on TV and getting paid for it. I would be pissed too. That's why Mel said, she didn't want to talk about the situation. So in any event, so in any event with the whole situation, it's just ugly, baby. It's ugly. And Mel was asked to speak about it, and Mel said that she is not going to talk about it. She said, no ma'am. She was in her confessional saying, I am not speaking about this. I am not talking about this. It was like, girl, you're a producer. You're not going to answer no questions. She said, hell to the no. I'm like, Lord, she said, hell to the no. And then they talk about Martel. And basically, Van is feeling a certain type of way because now Martel has betrayed her at the reunion and basically was saying that Van was in a relationship with Mark and she was messing around with him, because Van is basically saying that Martel, posting that picture is basically because of a situation, that occurred a while back. When it occurred was that allegedly Mark, he told Miss Van that his mother told him that he's going to find love with a woman named Vanessa and gonna marry a woman named Vanessa, and they're going to have a good marriage. And so in any event, if you believe Van, she was like probably giddy about the situation, blase the third. And allegedly from Tisha's side of things, Tisha is saying that, Miss Van was working at her lounge or whatever the case may be. And she found these bottles and she put them together because, of the sign that she said that she saw. And in any event, and then Van sent the freaking picture to Tisha, and then Tisha, so everybody got the picture or whatever the case may be with that whole situation. So, and Van basically says that when it comes down to her dating Mark, that didn't happen. She was a friend and she was trying to help him, be a better man and be a better person, and blase the third. It was nothing like that going on or whatever the case. And she told the story about what he said his mother said. And she said that Tisha confirmed the story because she said Tisha told her that too. Unless, Mark posted the picture first. But Tisha's saying that Van put these two bottles together and basically sent the picture to Tisha. And Tisha said that Van told her not to tell her husband, Marsau, that, she was digging Mark, or they was digging in each other, baby. So in any event, yup, Mel, this is egg. This is all types of eggs and roast. Mama was just out here doing too much. Mama got happy. She was just doing too much. She didn't have her antennas up. You know what I mean? So if you ain't gonna have your antennas up, you better start swinging when Miss Wanda come for your daughter, and you right there, because my mama would have been swinging. She would have been swinging in the name of Jesus, okay? She would ask the Holy Ghost for power and stumping Wanda's butt if Wanda was coming at her daughter. You know what I mean? Like, come on, mama. You can't be taking L's like this, and then at the same time you ain't swinging when someone's trying to swing on your daughter. Like, come on, like let's get real. You better use them legs for something. No, ma'am, Pam. It's the game of grown-up telephone for me. It is. Like, it's a mess. I need some child support receipts. I know. Because they'll sit here and lie. Marceau would lie his ass off. Tisha would lie. Martel would lie his ass off. I feel bad for Kimmi. I know, poor Kimmi. Does everyone in Huntsville cheat? Girl, I guess so. Lord have mercy. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're live on YouTube on 2 channels. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for your support. What up, Twitch? What up, Twitter? What up, YouTube? And so in any event, moving on from that situation, so they're having this whole conversation outside, and they're talking, and basically, Mel believes that the post that Marceau posted that he got from Tisha and posted it up. So basically, you know what I mean? She knows something's up, and and he got the photo from Tisha. That's what it seems like. Yeah, so it's just really like a whole gang of telephone. But Miss Sim said, let me see the child support receipts, baby. You know that man, if he got money from her, he didn't pay no child support. That shit went right in his pocket on the next beat. That didn't happen. So in any event, so now they dragging her mama. Her mama don't be dragging nobody. She confronts Martel because he's with her daughter, and them are her grandkid's father. But yet they coming for her, baby. And Tisha and Marceau, and then Martel sitting there, questioning Marceau about, these rumors. Look at all these rumors. I can't take it no more. I need some time to get away. Like, Lord, Mel was sitting there like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. I know Mel is just like, I can't believe this shit. Like, I can't believe that you was even close. You know what I'm saying? So, in any event, it is what it is. It happened the way it happened. It's out here in these streets. Whether you believe it or not, it's in the streets. So, baby. And in any event, Van is really upset at Martel because Martel knew that they were lying. And remember, Martel got really upset with them because he knew that they were lying. And so basically she's calling out Martel, basically saying that he switched sides and why would he gather with them and all this other stuff. And Mel said Martel thinks that the Scots is going to do something for him. That's why he's over there running with them. He thinks that the Scots is going to build him up. He thinks that Scots is going to take him out of the gutter where he lay. He wasn't in the gutter at first, but now he is in the gutter. So therefore, he gonna sit and he gonna bow down, and he think that there's an opportunity, there's a chance for him to make some money, and he gonna try it with the Scott brothers. Okay, so Mel done called out Martel, basically saying you can't even create your own opportunity. You just spent you're going against us because the Scots is giving you a handout while they're going through a lawsuit. Okay. and Destiny Sweets and shit ain't built yet either. So, it's a whole lot going on in that situation. Miss Vanessa, stop sending pictures, okay? And stop listening to young men lie to you. They want your social security check and whatever else, and your with your retirement check, your 401k, all your Liberty Mutual money. They want it all, okay? Don't listen to them. They're full of games, especially when they coming from the Scots, okay? And Martel basically done switched his side for now. And so Martel, he meets up with Tisha. What you guys saying? What's up, Ralph? How you doing? Not being rude. Why wear a t-shirt saying don't be rude? I don't know. What's up, Ralph? How you doing? What's going on? They should have a conversation before filming these scenes. Lord, I know they should. Miss Van was soft compared to how Wonder Mouth is. You know it, Black Titanic. You already know. I mean, like the whooping that this one, Tisha is basically talking about Van over here. And saying that, oh, yeah, she messed with Mark. And then you have Marsau saying that, like, it's like she never really comes at them like that. The Scott brothers are just using him, especially Marsau. You know they are. We already see he holds a grudge. He's lonely. Yes, he just wants to be down with the guys. He's lonely. I can't take Miss Van over Miss Wanda. Take Miss Van over Miss Wanda. Hey, what's up, Sharon? So in any event, so you have this whole conversation. And so, they're about to have their little sit down, their little conversation. And basically, Martel is basically thinking that, you know what, I'm not going to talk about anything to do with Van, Mel or anything. I'm just trying to, get into this business. And it's like, oh, Marsau was like, well, you know what, you can't talk to me. You got to talk to my wife. Because Marsau basically wants to prove that, you know what, you guys are saying that I control my wife. You guys are saying that I don't let her think, I don't let her breathe on her own. I don't let her do this on her own. I don't let her do this and that, blase and the third. Well, look, he gonna have to Martel the way that he get back into this, this team is he gonna have to sit down with my wife. I'm making her a boss. She's a boss. Okay, everything is in her name. That's what the social media is saying. Everything is in, your girl Kimmi and your girl Miss Wanda's name with this lawsuit going on with the bank and also Van's, Zen Gardens or whatever the case may be. So we shall see. And then on top of that, Marsau basically says, if we're going to hire, Martel, you need to, talk to him because, you're part of the business. So in any event, he's making it clear that she's definitely a partner and they can just cut the scenes, subpoena on and get whatever they need to get. Okay. So in any event, we have that whole situation. And so she's sitting down, with Martel, and basically she asked him about, the t-shirt, your mother-in-law posted Team Wife and she put it on her private page. I know I made the sales go up. I know I put money in their pocket and everything. She's talking big-ish, baby. Girl, hopefully you keep your $5 million because they're suing you for $5 million. You suing for 800 and change, 800,000 and change. So, So we're going to see how this situation pans out. We're going to see if the Scots with the biggest wallet and got the law on their side because, people already saying there's some shady activity going on. And Martel may have been saved, okay, that he won't be a part of this situation of these lawsuits. But in any event, Martel said, oh, maybe she was just showing support because, you were supporting her daughter by wearing a t-shirt that says Team Wife. And basically Tisha saying that she don't think that, it was something that was, supportive or something nice. She thinks that basically it was shady And she's basically saying when it comes to Van, Van was being very shady. Okay. And then she explains that Van, basically sent her the picture. She was at, working, and she got the Coke bottle. She got the bottles together, and she took the picture and she sent it to her because allegedly when it comes to Mark, he said that his mama told him that the woman that he is going to marry and the woman that he's going to be with for a long time, her name is Vanessa and Van's name is Vanessa. So basically they're saying that she wanted to be that woman his mother described allegedly. And so in any event, Tisha said that she sent the picture to me, and also Van wanted me not to tell my husband that she was messing with Mark. How am I gonna do that? I tell my husband everything. And Marsau, y'all think that he kind of controls our relationship, but yeah, okay. But when it comes to the business situation, I control that. I'm in charge. Y'all don't think I make decisions? I make decisions. If you got to keep trying to prove it to us and tell us, that means that you ain't. We'll just see by actions. Okay. Once you try to repeat, and you want to repeat with the same thing, that means it ain't true. You're trying to believe it yourself. Okay. So don't try to prove anything to us. Prove that to yourself. Repeat it, remember it over and over, and say it to yourself in the mirror, not us. But in any event, so we got that whole situation. So she was basically throwing shade, and Martel was like, oh, so was that picture from way back? When they was dating, when Van and Mel are basically not trying to talk about Mark or anything of that nature, really. But Martel threw that in there because he wants to let her know, Miss Tisha, that he's on one accord against Mel and Van. Okay. And so Tisha says that Van sent her that picture of the bottles together when they were together. Okay. And then Tisha threw up, when she was our employee, she sent it to me. She made sure she threw our employee. Basically saying, I gave your mother a job, Mel. Your mother was working for me. Okay. And sleeping with Mark. Lord have mercy. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. But, there be a lot of lying going on. So in any event, I was just like, ooh, baby. So, this was definitely to throw shade at Van. Basically, the hurt Van is the hurt Mel. And that's what they're trying to do. And plus, Tisha ain't too happy that her father was up in Melody's, DMs. Okay, was up in her DMs and things of that nature. And then she's not too happy that her cousin Kiki, or whatever her name is, was over there with Mel. So, the Scots got to hit. They got to try to find a way to hit Mel. And basically, Van, Tisha calls Van, a Scott 2.0, basically because she wanted her to lie to her husband. And then, Tisha was like, Van would call me all the time. We would talk all the time and everything. Like we was communicating. We was on the phone, basically she's saying that she was dating, Mark. She was all in the picture. Like she was my ace boom coon. I was like, Lord, what a mess. Like, this is a travesty. Like, shit, Van, like this is, Be like, my mama ain't never been with your brother. My mama ain't never been with Mark. You know what I mean? And that's not being said. So you already know. Well, that ain't being said because it'd be like, what? Why you lying on my mama's coochie? Why you lying? Like, and that ain't being said right now. Okay. So it makes me, but it just makes me think that it was a little something going, it was a lot going on. Okay. That's what it seems like. But in any event, so moving on from that situation, so Tisha's talking all her mess. She's talking about, yeah, she's 2.0, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, Maurice put up the picture. So if Van sent that picture to you, that means that you send the picture, to Marsau. So Mel was right when she said that Tisha sent that picture, and Tisha was actually behind throwing that type of shade, So it is what it is. And Martel said, oh, for real? Yep. And he was like, oh, yep. She was dating him. And he was just like confirming, but yeah, he was supposed to be mad before. Like, Martel was a flippity flop. He's just a fish out of water. Bad. He don't know what this life looked like. He don't know what to do with himself. But in any event, she said, what do you plan on bringing back? I had to buy you out, Martel. You know what I mean? Because I got to trust who I need to trust up in this piece. And can you work under the new leadership? Can you work under this new leadership? Can you do that? I was like, damn. She's like, because it ain't the same leadership that it was before. It's different. So basically, she's trying to throw shade at Mel and basically saying that she's in charge, she's the boss, and all this other stuff. Something that a place that she always wanted to be. And when I first watched this show, I just knew Tisha and Marsau did not like, Mel. Did not like Mel at all. They didn't like the moves that she was making. They didn't like how powerful she was and how she was very instrumental in making Martel money and making sure he got these gigs and everything that he can work under her name and Blase in the third. And she had the books right. She had the books on point. She didn't need to cipher. She didn't need to take. She was doing what she's supposed to do. She wasn't getting no PP loans. They're saying the Scots got PP loans from here to hell. And, that could be coming back to bite them in the ass. I don't know. But in any event, it's a good thing that Mel is not a part of that project no more. So it is what it is. And Martel trying to creep back in, but he gonna fight with the Scots. So I don't think that they let him back into the situation, y'all. So in any event, she's over here talking about you under new management. This ain't the same as it used to be. All types of stuff. Melody wasn't getting sued and she wasn't suing nobody. She was making that cash, that cheddar without any problems. Okay, what's going on with these lawsuits? They were living good and eating high off the hog, and she still is. Okay, she's still eating high off the hog. Okay, so in any event, she was basically throwing all that shade. I mean, she was throwing like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I respect the new management. Yeah, I respect it. I want to bring the business, international. These things, the Destiny Suites, that's put on hold right now. So Destiny Suites are put on hold because of the building. It's because they ain't no mother effing money, allegedly. So in any event, that's why them suites ain't being done. They ain't no money. Ain't no money. So moving on from that situation, I was just like, I mean, she was making it known, and it's a new leader. It's a new leader in town. I told you she always want Mel's spot because of the way that Marsau looked at Mel. He admired and he respected her, but at the same time, when somebody admire you and respect you, they hate on you at the same time because she was behind the business. She knew the business. She is the business. She kept the shit intact. She kept it moving. This is why Martel was able to buy BMWs for women that ain't his wife. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was able to do that, because the money was right. They was getting paid. There was no such thing as I'm suing for $800,000. Mel wouldn't even let the debt grow that big. That is 800 change. You know what I mean? She would have been worked that out. Oh, thank you so much, Sims, for joining the channel. I appreciate you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So I'm just like, so you already know. I'm just like, look at this lawsuit. Was there any lawsuits? We don't see no lawsuits next to Mel. All we see is her getting deals after deals after deals. So they ain't doing something right. And you running the business and they got you on TV talking about you the head honcho. You brought him out. You the majority of the leader of the group, girl. You done signed, sealed, and whatever, if that's the case. But you never know how they might settle before they even go to court. But if they're asking for $5 million, they're asking for a whole lot. They're asking for too much. They was only asking for $800,000, talking about $5 million. Are you kidding me? So, we got this whole conversation going on. And yeah, and they was being reckless towards Mel's mother. Definitely was. She made sure she got that conversation out. Martel made sure that he assisted the conversation. He wasn't reckless in it, but he definitely did assist in the conversation of letting Tisha and Marsau basically, poop on top of Mel's mother's name, because that's how we get at Mel. Yeah, let her. Yeah, she ran away with the knowledge, and y'all struggling over here. Okay, so I'm talking all types of shit. So where we at? So yeah, she was like, there's a new lady in town. And Martel was like, you know what? Okay, I can handle that. Like, I can take orders from a woman. Like, basically, like, he been taking orders from a woman. So I don't know what you talking about. Okay. That check came in her name. And so we have that whole situation, and she wants trust, and she was like, you saying the whole thing about she's stuck on these 20 ladies. Girl, do you believe the story? Do you believe what Martel said? The way that you stuck up on this story every time you turn around, like, even if it's a storyline, I would just have to switch it up and say something else, because for you to be stuck on this again, it's just like, you here with the 20. How many seasons ago was that? You still stuck on it because you think something about it. Like, you are insecure about the situation. You feel that way, and you keep saying over and over, I'm following my husband. I'm listening to everything that he says. He's my leader. He's my shepherd. He shall provide. He shall tell me the truth. I shall not question or doubt anybody. But every time we turn around, all you're doing is doubting. So this is why people don't believe you, Tisha, because you're doubting. You're just doubting right now because you're worried about this whole situation again. If it ain't true, it ain't true. All you have to say, no more lies, Martel. That's it. But she had to go with the 20. Well, she wants to keep hearing that there's no 20 women, just like she wanted Marsau in the beginning of the season to basically address, Miss Curry and say that what she's saying is a lie about the linebackers, and he wouldn't do it. And so now she has to find other ways to validate that these things are lies because she don't believe them, or she wants us to believe them. No, only person that matters is you believe in him. Okay, that's it. We don't cut your paycheck, but we do assist by ratings. Bow down, Martel. Martel is a mess. Martel is definitely a mess. Miss Van and Marlene do not meddle. I know. No, they don't. Marlene, she meddled, basically saying that Mel is lazy and shit like that. That she gonna kill my poor son. That's the only time that she meddled. And what else? Only time I can remember. Y'all can tell me. The check name is Tisha's name, but what's deposit in the joint account? Lord have mercy. What's deposit in the joint account? And she probably don't even got access to the account. This is a damn shame. Miss T. Wanda says she has 2 men. Yeah, Wanda says she got a husband and the boyfriend. Tisha's name is on everything, so she will be stuck holding the bag if it all goes down. Yes, sir. That's for sure. Patricia, Latisha tells it her man is no cheater, but yet she continues to bring up cheating rumors. That's what I'm saying, Patricia. That's what I'm saying, Patricia T. The guys are still definitely friends and keep each other's secrets. Birds of a feather flock together, baby, for real. Rules, right? If Marsau hasn't cheated, why the anxiety? I know, because she knows it's true. You can tell. I don't want to get graphic. Marsau is making plans to leave Tisha. Oh my God. That would be so crazy if this lawsuit don't go the way that it's supposed to go and he runs off. But he still got to be a part of the bag. Oh, you can't do that, Marsau. You can't leave Tisha holding the bag. Nah, that's still his kid's mother. Well, he might explain it to her and she'll be okay with it. Whatever he tells her, she'll be okay with it, Lord. As long as she don't have to go to the projects. Because she goes the outdoor house and the indoor house. As long as she don't have to go through that. Okay. People keep saying that Marsau is cheating, but where is the receipts? The receipts, his receipts, there ain't no receipts really. There's little receipts here and there, but receipts have not been provided, Ralph. But if you know how when you have a case, you have hearsay evidence, circumstantial evidence, and sometimes they use that to basically say that you're guilty. Marcel leaving Tisha would mess up his running game, the babes game. Lord have mercy. That would be so crazy, but I don't think that's gonna happen. They might, this is when, if they show us what they do with this lawsuit, we'll know who the Scotts really are. If the Scotts win their lawsuit and that $5 million lawsuit get thrown out, then we know that they ain't no dummies, for real. And if the both of the suits get thrown out, that means that they ain't no dummies, for real. But if they end up paying all this cockiness that Marsau be having, nah, man. And then you got, what's her name, Miss Tisha, talking about there's a new boss in town, things are going to be different, there's a new leader, baby. Well, you need the old leader back. The old leader didn't have no lawsuits and was not missing $800,000 and was not taking losses like that are past $100,000. Like, who lets it get that big before you recoup what you need? Oh no. That would be so crazy if he leaves her. Woo. But then, and he's the type that would leave her, get another girl, and film on the goddamn show and tell us why he left Tisha and blase the third. He is that bold and that cocky to do it. And then people will be throwing rocks at Tisha because they be like, I told you so, I told you so, and I told you so. Marcel is not leaving Tisha. No, he can't leave Tisha. But that would be some crazy shit. If he is actually really clear in this lawsuit and nothing's coming out of on his end and he walks away, oh Lord. That would be just like excuse me, it'll be like, oh Lord. Listen, nobody would feel sorry for Tisha. And that's the way she made it. And that's the way he helped her make it. They won't feel sorry for her. They will be laughing. They would just watch the episode just to laugh. The Scott brothers need to exercise more often. They getting big. Yes, they are. His side piece are fine with the arrangement as is. They are not as dumb as Mm-hmm. They're not dumb as coleslaw, baby. They want the money to keep running. Marsau won't leave until the kids are grown. Oh Lord, that would be just crazy. But in any event, that So now they're over here bowling and blasing the third. All the guys are together and things of that nature. And what are they doing? I'm on thread. So they're having a contest, but what's his name? Maurice, he had to throw shade at Marsau, basically saying that, how you guys gonna beat me when I used to be a quarterback or I play football, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, Marsau used to play not college. Elementary school football. And, he used to be a quarterback. Look at him. I beat him. So he's like, I really think that when it comes to Maurice, he's having a lot of issues, having a lot of doubting issues. And it seems like he's having issues with his appearance and what he looks like. Because the last time he seen Marsau, he was like, oh, I'm getting fat, blah, blah, blah. And, look at you and this and that. And it seems like his confidence level of Maurice, because Maurice can be very cocky and he was very cocky. And now he's not cocky right now. Like, it's like every time he sees Martel, you could see his insecurities come out, and he's always trying to put one up on Martel, or he was covering himself with like, oh, you've been working out, Martel, And he was like, me, I'm just getting fat. That's what he said the last episode. There's some other things that he's been saying that I think his confidence is not as high as it used to be. Okay, I don't know if it's due to Kimmi going through what she's going through. But in any event, he won this particular game, and he had to throw it up against Martel in any event. He has to basically, and then he had to throw up Martel's name in the situation. Well, I beat Martel. He used to be a quarterback. I play football too. I guess I still got it, and he don't. Baby, stop covering up your breasts. He's been covering up his breasts just like what's her name? Destiny's been covering up her stomach. Last episode, Destiny was covering up her stomach with water bottles, books, a hanger, a shirt, and everything. Be comfortable. If you're gonna wear something that's gonna show your belly sticking out, just be comfortable with it. It makes me uncomfortable when you're trying to cover yourself up, because I'm puzzled as why you put the shit on if you don't feel comfortable in it. Okay, and especially when you are above middle class. You know, there's some people that can't afford, to wear comfortable clothes, but you got a whole wardrobe of people. Call Marlo. So in any event, so the guys are sitting at the table. Martel had to take his shots at Mel, and he talked about the kids. Well, things are kind of going well between me and Mel because she's letting me see the kids. And I don't know if this situation is around the time where Martel wasn't able to see the kids for like 50 days or whatever the case, because allegedly he hit his son, Blase the third, and Mel went to the courthouse, or she called the lawyers and blah, blah, blah. And then they had to do an investigation. I don't know if it's that time, but he's basically saying that I'm so happy that Mel is letting me talk to the kids on the phone. I could talk to them in the morning. I could talk to them in the afternoon. I could talk to them in the evening. I went up there to the kids' school. I bring them cookies, and I just be wanting to hug and saying that I love my kids. Then Marsau is basically saying, what's wrong with you? I think you need a companion. Who you dating? Who you with? Like, damn. So he's throwing shots at Mel, basically trying to put it out there that she's making, it difficult for him to see the kids. And he's just, putting it out there, letting y'all know that this ain't easy. And whenever he can take a shot at her, he does. And so Marsau didn't want to hear that. Marsau was like, so who you dating? Who you dating? Like, Lord, like, why you trying to live through him? Like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, you was on a date with my wife. And he was like, oh, I was totally respectful. Nothing went this way or that way, whatever the case. Marsau knows that. And so in any event, when it comes to Martel, he's basically saying, like, I recognize this. I recognize that I want it to be back. It's going to be about trust. It's going to be about respect and things of that nature. And Marsau is basically saying that, there's some things that, you got to be culpable of. Things that, that we're not going to be punching each other in the face or anything like that. And Martel was like, what do you mean? Like, you guys do punch in the face, because Marsau was like, we're not going to be punching nobody in the face, no violence. Like, we got to have that basically be one of the standards, of these gentlemen felt uncomfortable dragging Miss Van. Of course, Destiny doesn't want us to meet her new man. No, Marsau's side piece name. If he's cheating, where are the receipts? The man show is trash, Lord. What's up, rules? It are trash, Lord. Linda, Destiny shop looked very empty. Not much products on the shelf. I didn't even look at it. I was just like, oh, because part of me thinks the shop is closed down. Because somewhere I didn't go look at the video. Show enough potatoes, Lord. Oh my goodness. I see Destiny on Instagram and her live was so dry. People just be coming. Destiny sometimes she be having some good ones, but you know how that goes. But in any event, so Marsau was basically saying, like, yo, listen, Marsau is like, we need to have control. I know that you can go under. I know that you can go below. And he was like, I don't want no fighting, punching in the face. And Martel was like, you guys will punch in the face. Like, what are you talking about? And then Marsau is like saying that Martel has a dark side and things of that nature because he's seen this dark side. He just seen Martel start snitching allegedly. And Martell is basically saying that I'm going to be, it's just business. And, she made it clear that it's under leadership. She has patience. And, Marcel's like, yeah, she has checks and balances. Like she's my backbone and blase and a third. And then, they talk about the situation with Tisha and Van, and basically Marsau is saying like, yo, listen, that was definitely shade that when it comes to Van that she was throwing, and yeah, it was definitely shade. And he basically says the whole situation is if you think that Miss Van wasn't throwing shade, then Tisha wasn't throwing shade, because he's basically saying that when it comes to Mel was in a heated argument, and she was like, Mel was arguing back and forth with, Tisha, whatever he was saying. And he goes, now that, Van, she jumps in, of course, she's adding fuel to the fire. It was something shady. So he was saying to Martel, if you think that it wasn't nothing shady, then what I posted wasn't shady either. Okay. So that's what he's saying. And Marcel's calling out right now, Martel doesn't want to have nothing to do with any of the extra beef. He's trying to get basically back into the clique and being back into the fold and working together with these guys and things of that nature. So in any event, Marcel's basically bigging up his wife and all that other stuff. But and so they bring up Van, and then Marsau is basically saying that, well, Van was dating Mark, and she was there, and she sent the pictures, and he said he posted the pictures, and he also says that she was paying his child support, they were dating, she would send pictures and all types of stuff. So basically, Marsau is calling out Van and talking about Van at the table with a bunch of guys, somebody mother, you know what I mean? Wanda does stuff for people to talk about her, like she behaves in a bad way, and she's all in people's business, cussing them out, making all types of allegations, calling people bees, hoes, and all types of stuff, telling them what to do, when to do it with their life, and just acting a complete, she be doing what she do. She do what she do to get her attention, to get what she get, and make her social media pop and do what she got to do. But Van don't be doing none of that. And, Marsau is just basically throwing up under the bus. Like, damn. Basically saying that she was there, it it was almost like they were married, you know what I mean? And, getting engaged or whatever. He's just throwing shots at basically saying how desperate Van was, for, Mark, and basically just talking about that whole situation and throwing shade because he hasn't forgave Martel. So right now Martel is under his skin. Martel trying to get back in and also film with at the same time. But if you've seen Marsau, how he acts, once you get under his skin and you get him, you get him good and you get him with the truth, you know what happens? He sits and he waits and he lies. He throw a little shade here, he throw a little shade there. But look how he did Lou. And he's keep on dissing Lou and talking about Lou's marriage is fake because he's pissed off that Lou came at his marriage. So you don't think that he's pissed at Martel even more? And he's basically lying wait so he can know when he can attack. He's gonna use Martel to attack as well because he's feeling a certain type of way that Mel walked away. She's out scot-free. And then on top of that, she's more successful from the Hollywood aspect when it comes to the rest of these guys. If she leaves, there's no show. Unless they do something really, really drastic. So in any event, he's talking about her. He's talking about studio. He's talking about all types of other stuff. Like he's throwing little hints there, talking about, Martel's mother-in-law. Martel's like, yep, whatever. Lord have mercy. Martel, I don't even know how you can sit there with a straight face because that's still like, yo. But you want to get in that bad? Whoa. Because right now, what's he doing is he's testing your manhood. He's basically testing to see, what you willing to do. What would you do just to get some ducats in your pocket, and how desperate you are. And he's basically using you being so desperate to use it against you. And, it's because you don't know your worth. You and Mel was running this show and have been running this show, but you basically are cowing down to the Scots when you can make shit up about you and create your own scenes and all this other stuff. You don't have to eat rocks. You know what I mean? The Scots got you eating rocks. Mel would be very ashamed if she was there. You wouldn't be married to Mel begging no other men for no opportunity. Mel would be pissed off and create 5 opportunities for your ass. Look at you. Like, it's just like he's being son right now. You know what I mean? They're sonning him. And it's like, yo, that's just showing how weak he is, that you'll even let us talk about, your mother-in-law. Even if she's bad at this and that, she wouldn't be mad at you or upset with you if you didn't do the shit that you did. You know what I mean? You did that to her daughter. And these guys are just sitting there. The Scots, the 2 brothers, when they had, what's her name? Kimmi had the housewarming party. They was trying to bully Mel right there, then talk about, oh, she's cold. It's so cold in here. Look what's coming over. Just basically trying to tag team, and they can't really get Mel out of her character. So now they're using you to do it. And basically it helps them with a storyline, but they're also showing the world that you would do anything for $1 and an opportunity that would jeopardize you as a man, would jeopardize you as, a figure, jeopardize you as your brand. Like, you bending over and talking like this, like, it just don't look good. Just look raw. He's like, I'm gonna let Mel handle all that, whatever. But at the same time, that's your mother-in-law. Them are your kids' grandmother, and she take care of your kids. And, you tell your kids not to be weak, blah, blah, blah. But you sitting here just like hovering over, like you ain't even sitting with your chest out. You don't even act like the Martel that used to be Martel. And it's just like you just running around with your head cut off. The first thing you need to do is do right by your wife, and God will bless you. But you got to do right. You keep saying me, she did this, but you actually took the match and you set the house on fire. But in any event, I mean, it just looks bad because you already know more when it comes to Marsau. He's just basically in his glory with this whole situation. I'm saying before they wouldn't be able to do this. So why are they able to talk about your mother-in-law now? Before you demand respect, sometimes you got to keep them same boundaries regardless. You're not going to bring that up. Feel the same way, but he doesn't feel the same way because, Van said that, he was upset because he felt that they was lying. Now he's a part of the lie, or what's going on? You look bad as a character. So now it's like you was against them saying that, but now you are with them saying it. You are not trustworthy. Your character doesn't have any value. And the Scots are showing the public that your character doesn't have any valuable. It's not valuable. It's not valuable at all. And also just showing that the lack of character that you have. So if you wanted to stand out on your own and try to do things on your own for yourself, as for the show, you got the Scots showing that you don't have no redeeming qualities. Like, you're not the comeback kid, because now you changing up, you switching up. It don't make no sense. It's bad, baby. So comment is coming from Martel. It's a whole mess. No loyalty at all. Like, and they testing him. They definitely is testing him right in front of his face. And there's been plenty of times where they've been testing him going, throughout this whole season 5, basically seeing where he'll go, how much they can push him. Okay. But in any event, I think Martel, his daughter being talked about and he's begging these suckers for opportunity. I think he's starting to see through it. But he's gonna go back and do. Martel's that type of dude. He's just, if you burn him, if you hit him, if you kick him, you know what I mean? He'll just come back and think that there's something good when it comes to, these relationship with these guys. It's like he's looking for something from them. He's looking for, that male bonding, that male love, but it's just they playing you on TV, which playing you on TV plays your pockets, plays your brand, plays that, because nobody want to buy shit from people that has been proven over and over two-faced. And who's buying your wine? The most women. So you can't let them talk about your mother-in-law in front of your face, especially if you want mother-in-laws and you want women to buy your drink, and that's your audience. Women are their own audience. Why would you let them show you over and over again, not defending yours, even though you guys are not together? But at the same time, just because we ain't together don't mean that you can disrespect and talk, because if we were together, I wouldn't let you. So I'm not going to feel like you got something over me, that you're more powerful, that you can talk about mine, even though mine ain't mine no more. There got to be some type of respect, and they're not showing you that respect. And so therefore they're not helping you in your brand. Your clientele is women. All the people that are saying I brought your wine because they're looking at you, oh, maybe he's a good father, maybe Mel did something wrong, maybe he's a comeback kid, maybe he might have a redeeming story. And the Scots always pull that redeeming story that you have away from you. And when they do that, they pull your money away from you as well. So, and I don't even know if he got his builder's license. So we get to Destiny. Destiny's basically at her shop. Yes, the walls do look empty. I didn't even pay no attention to what Destiny really had going on. Destiny basically was like, I didn't invite Mel. We got Mama Wanda out here. She done put everything up in the truck, baby. Up in the truck, and it's stuck, and she's trying to get it out. She's over here about to get ready to cook, about to fry, about to eat that food. She got everything. We got Destiny's father. He's there. He got the black tie on with the shirt. They went to, did they still got Kmart? They went to the 1090 store. They went to Rainbows, baby. They got him a shirt and a tie. Keep it pushing. And so we got Melanika. She's checking on her man. And so in any event, with this conversation going on with Melanika and what's your girl, Destiny, they was like, oh, I'm stuck here. Melanika was like, oh, my husband ain't gonna be here, blah blah blah, he's somewhere else working, so I'm stuck with Martel. And Destiny was like, I know that feeling, like basically saying that he's last choice, and I'm stuck with him. It seemed like Destiny was kind of flirty about the Martel situation. It seemed like she kind of flirty about, like, oh yeah, looking at Melanika and looking at Martel, like, oh yeah, last decision. He was like, I'm the last choice, and it's flirting as a friend, but she be having that stank face, like when there's another woman, like when he was over there trying to get his wine inside that place, she had on that resting bitch face at the lady that was basically making the decision whether, he was going to get his wine in the store. It's almost like she brought that negative energy, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way that they edited it, but it just seemed like she wasn't happy with the flirting that he was doing. That man is single. He can flirt all he wants, girl. He ain't your pretend boyfriend. He's not your fallback relationship. You know what I mean? No. Just keep it moving. And Melanika, she still got the same hairstyle. It's thick at the roots, baby. You know what I mean? The gel is coming out, the glue's coming out. You know what I mean? It's thick down there. It's grassy down there, girl. You know what I mean? She came through. She tried to tie it up. It looked like she got a little bit of, she's thin in here, but I'm going to just let it be. So in any event, so they're joking and whatever, and he was like, "What is Mel? Is Mel coming? Well, Mel's here," and he was like, "No, I'm talking about Melody," and so she don't want Melody there, but Melody said that she's coming through because she ain't got no beef with the girl. They ain't arguing, but I guess when it comes to what's her name? Tiffany don't want Mel there. Okay, so she's upset because she thinks that Mel stopped her having some business and having some money and things of that nature. Girl, you said you ain't gonna pay Mel back. Okay, you don't even got the $7,000 to pay her back. God forgive me, you ain't got. She's I ain't paying her back, bitch. You don't got $7,000. So I ain't gonna pay. She's on Instagram. I ain't gonna pay her back. What? You can't pay her back. Not being, yo, listen, yo, they really wilding on this show. You know what I'm saying? They got these throw up businesses. Like, what's going on? Like, I hope Marsau, and Maurice they really got their business together, because that would be so fraudulent if they actually lose this lawsuit and we find out that their shit is just sloppy. Like we want to believe in our black people doing something, you know? You know what I mean? Like, we don't want you faking it. We want you to have it. So in any event, so we got them. They're sitting out here doing God knows what. They're talking, running their mouth. And then the Scots come in, and Maurice, he's all dressed up. Maurice did gain a lot of weight, y'all. And, you know, Tisha, she looks pretty in her pink. She dressed up. Marsau basically thought he was too good to dress up. And he basically saying, you know, whatever. And his brother saying, well, you're underdressed. And Marcel's like, well, I will come in and I will wear a fox on my shoulder, basically talking about Martel, throwing all types of shade. And so, you know, they playing games with Martel for real, for real. And hopefully he's picking it up, because they've been bullying Mel this season. They've been doing so much messiness this season. This season has been off the chain with these boys, with these brothers. And then we have, you know, loving Married to Medicine. We got Homegirl, she comes through, you know, the princess, she comes through, the warrior princess. The Scots come through, like, Lord. And she lost a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight. She looks good in that yellow. She lost a lot of weight. And then we wait, anticipate till the beef begins. And see, you see her right there, Wanda's yelling and trying to get to Mel, and Mama's right there. Mama should have been swinging. She should have boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom, 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 bada bing, boom, boom. Right there, you could have had that girl. You could put all your weight on top of that girl, and you could have had her. She was coming after your baby. They've been saying that you sleeping with this man Mark, that you was desperate, you was paying his bills. They're just making running jokes out of you. This girl was accusing your grandbaby of being fathered by somebody else. She'd be coming for your daughter, and she's right there trying to attack your daughter. And Miss Van, you just sitting there acting like, you know, like you in church, baby. You in the streets. God taught you how to defend yourself, and that's your baby. After this embarrassment that you done brought on this girl, whether you did it or not, but you left the gate open for them to use that shit against you, you should have been whopping whore. You should have, Wanda would have been quiet if you would have went across her face. She would have been quiet, girl. She would have been quiet. It's a whole mess, a whole mess. So in any event, that's the whole situation. So they and Wanda's still coming, and Van, you just sitting there, girl. You just sitting there. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't protecting your daughter. All that weight you got on, you should have just hugged her and fell to the ground on top of her. What are you talking about? That's your daughter. And now we got Martel out here scrapping with the Scots. This is a pure mess. But this been long coming. This been long overdue. It's been long overdue. Long overdue. Look at Maurice. He's just wild. Maurice is acting like, not Maurice, but Marsau. He's just acting like he's straight in the street. Like he came there dressed for a beef. He came there dressed for the situation. Look at him. They trying to hold him back. He's acting like he believes this character. He believes like he's head honcho mafia street dude. I run, you know. I run a Huntsville. I'm the boss. I got all this stuff. He's trying to walk on top of the wall and walk on top of the glass door to get to Martel. He still got on his sunglasses. You see Maurice trying to pull him away. Maurice is about to fall down because he done had too many cookies. Tisha just can't no more. She ain't even holding nobody. Oh, she's holding Maurice's shoulders, looking dumbfounded. Kimmi is trying to push the security to hold Marsau because she don't want her husband to get hurt. They are out here wilding in the streets, y'all. They are wilding. So let me put the phone number is on the screen. So if anybody wants to call in, Please do that. Please call in. Let me see. Let me get the phone ready. So in any event, yes, there's a whole lot going on. My money is on Miss Wanda. You can tell she fights dirty. I know. But off of GP, I would have had to fight that woman. Off of GP, just off of general principles, we would have been fighting, and that would have been it. That would have been it. You coming for my daughter, and y'all guys are spreading these rumors, and whoever his name is, Mark, he done did me dirty. I'm gonna whoop your ass for him. I'm gonna whoop y'all for talking about my kid. I'm gonna whoop you for talking about sugar mama. I'm gonna whoop you for coming at my daughter. I'm gonna just whoop you. Okay, Miss Wanda, you should have had your Bible in your purse. You should have been smacking in the head with your purse and everything. You know, like come on, like what if nobody was there? Wanda, you ain't gonna protect your daughter. You ain't gonna protect. You already sleeping with the enemy allegedly. You ain't gonna protect your daughter. Like, this is crazy. So what are these guys saying? Let me see. The phone lines are open. The number is on the screen. Let me make sure I turn in. Okay, so he doesn't see that he's blocking his blessings. Facts. I drink wine. I may try that though. Okay. See, you got one customer. No, so let me stop. You have plenty of customer, Miss T. You can't lose what you don't have. Martel disrespect Miss Van to the lowest on the reunion, and the disrespect to is beyond words. He's a disgrace. Yes, he is. He is a disgrace beyond a disgrace. For real. Lord have mercy. And they just trying him like that. No Way Production was not having Melody there. Inch mix of attire and choices. Yes, they was. They were all dressed like, yeah, they was dressed weird. And like Marsau was dressed like he was coming from the, like he was ready to throw down. He just didn't. He might have had on gym sneakers. Destiny definitely is attracted to Martel, but cannot act on him. She better not. Martel has had a lot of them. Oh, yes, he has. He's been around the world and back again. And, this allegedly he got pen pals of ladies that was back then. Destiny has a boo that lives in her phone. I know another one. You know what that is? That means it's fake. We don't already seen it with Miss Giselle. When you live in a phone, baby, you fake. When it comes to Shereé and Tyrone, it was fake. Destiny and Martel were friends before her and Mel. Yes, they were. But it just seems like the way that she be having that resting bitch face when he's talking to another woman or smiling and grinning with one. What's up? How you doing, Kimmi? What's up, Mary? DeShawn always trying to boss up on people when she's talking business. Yep, and she's talking all that business, girl. She's talking all that business. She got this business, that business. Hopefully you don't come and bite her in the ass, because, baby, they got her saying it out of her own mouth. And she wanted to make sure this is a new business. This is a new Jack in town. This is new leadership. I was like, damn. She's really trying to say something without really saying that. We know what it is. That you're going to do a better job than Mel. That's why you're going through what you're going through. Destiny spent that money on her reopening. Yes, she did. No, man, titties do not look good in tight clothes. They don't. Marcel sweat too much. I know. You know what we think when you sweating like that. Oh, God. I thought Destiny met Martel in high school, and Melanika and Martel has known each other since middle school. Oh, shit. I know Melanika has been around longer than Melanika's been around longer than Destiny. I think Miss Van's hiding something. I got the feeling, I just get this feeling that she slept with the dude. And if she didn't sleep with the dude, he was talking her sweet nothings. He was rubbing her feet, rubbing her shoulders, and sucking a little something, a little nipple here or there, and he was getting money, in my opinion. She looks like she could easily be swayed, especially in the mix of everything going on with the Scotts and with Mel. And once upon a time, they was cool. and they had a relationship, and then she's looking for love too as well, and she keeps herself nice, so she be down there scrubbing, okay, she smell good, she don't smell or nothing like that. You could tell she's a clean woman. You could tell that she always showers up, probably shower twice a day or maybe 3 times a day. You could tell she's a clean woman, but at the same time you can tell that she could be a prey to a man quick, because she seems lonely. And when you lonely, you got money, you like to spend it. If somebody you spend the money on is making you happy, bringing joy to you, and you feel like you living, and you're a certain age, you know what I mean? You're going to drop that cash because you appreciate what they doing. When you get to a certain age, you realize, damn, people should get paid to do this type of stuff, The dress code was, the dress code was all over the place. It was everywhere. It was up and down, inside out. Patricia, he knew her that long. Okay. The dress code was fashion over business casual with a touch of hoochie ha. Miss T, you are funny about the reopening. I know. That's a mess. That's probably why Melanie went, because that reopening she paid for. She paid for that reopening. That's why she went. I just want to know if Martel got his utilities cut off, because Mel was saying that he got his utilities about to be shut off. The money for the wine must have came just in time. They had to keep them ratings up. You know it. And exactly, Martel is not the type to be friends with a female and not sleeping with them unless it's funky down there. That's the only way he won't do it. And then he's the type of man to say, you know what, I hope you clean it up down there. T-Mel. Kimmi, did someone make sure the potatoes was wrapped up in foil before the fight, Lord? You already know. Where did the food come in the same car with all that shit packed into it? Oh, no. Fact, that's why she's barefooted. Who's barefooted? Wanda was barefooted? Miss Wanda can barely walk. Oh, you're so wrong for that, Ralph. You're so wrong for that. I guess no one wanted to help Wanda set up. Nope. That's so mean too. All that stuff. Who packed that stuff in there? She got assistants. Don't she got a brother and her nephew or somebody? Her son helping her. She fights barefooted. Miss Wanda had to set up the tables and put the sour queen out. What did Miss Wanda say? Wanda said she hopes that Marsau sees people buying the food and he purchased the truck for her and he invests in her business. Okay. Mel always gets a new bestie every season. This season she don't got one this season. She don't got one this season. I don't know what's going on with whatever her name is, Shorty, Sean. Oh God, I don't know her name anymore. We don't see her anymore, but she's definitely at the fight. Storm. I don't know what happened. Her and Storm don't really know each other. Her and Destiny fell out. Kimmi can't be that close to Mel because of her ties, but her and Mel is still cool. And her and Destiny ain't cool. Destiny did not want her at that event. Okay, Tisha ain't talking either. Destiny always has that resting face, though. Okay. Shereé got the heck away from Martel Karma. I hope she did. Hey, happy days. How's everything going? These was fighting. Mel mother needs to, whoop Wanda's ass. She definitely got played. That man made her travel to him 2 states away. Oh, God. I know they was talking about, she would drive 7-8 hours. Happy days. What's up? How you doing, girl? Lady B. Tisha takes confidence and use it to weaponize people. Oh, yes. I would love to see Mel date a white guy. Mel is a silent partner thanks to Destiny not paying her back. Just like what's her name? Sidora said that she's a silent investor and she's an investor and she buys Shereé. Not funky down there. Stop the coochie talk. Destiny needs to pay Mel back. Facts. She can't pay her back. Unless she wins the lottery. And that's going to go straight to the debt collectors. Cooking in your house is completely different than on the food trucks. I know. It's even faster, it's hotter, and everything. So true what you are saying about what the Scots are saying and doing to Martel. They are making him their son. Yes. I've been pointing out the Scots just basically been belittling him. I remember it was not too long ago the Scots were belittling him, and Mel jumped into the argument to argue with Marsau. It wasn't last season, I believe it was last season. Or was it part of this season because they had a break? But in any event, she jumped in and was like, you ain't gonna do him like that. Not while I'm here. And she jumped into the argument because, they be playing your boy, Lady B. They be playing your boy. Someone asked Mel who was she cool with on the show, and she said the Whitlows, Storm, and Maurice and Kimmi. Yeah, she's cool with the Whitlows, but she hasn't been filming with homegirl Tiffany as of lately. As the man back, they took his manhood, Lord. Yeah, it's hard to keep things clean on a food truck. Doing okay. I'm glad you are doing okay. Mel is an EP. Destiny doesn't have the power to stop anything. I know, like she can't come to the situation. She know when to show up. Martel knew she was coming. That's why he said, "Did you invite Mel?" Bobby, after tonight, I don't care for Tisha. I hope the show is canceled. No, it's not. They've been renewed for another season. Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville has been renewed for another season. The Scott brothers are so petty. They beyond petty. The only one I like is Mel. It's a mess. It's a mess out here. But Mel does have Tisha blocked. She does have her blocked. So in any event, I will see you guys tomorrow and see you guys for the rest of the week. Hopefully everything is, I'm getting back to normal. You can still kind of hear it in my voice. It still sounds a little bit stopped up, but I've been going to this person, that person I think is an insurance racket. They tell me to go see this person, go see that person, go see this person, go see this specialist. I think they just using my insurance just to charge it and they haven't told me shit yet. So I'm basically been healing myself, if you want to be real with it. So I don't know exactly what's going on. But other than that, I shall be seeing you guys soon. And we shall talk tomorrow, at least twice. I will see you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. God bless you and your family. And also we lift, Norris Tony up in prayer because he recently lost his grandmother. And lift him up in prayer and their family up in prayer that they have peace. They have a peaceful funeral. They have a peaceful celebration. They all have peace in their heart and they work together. And just remove the pain and the aches from their heart. And also watch over all my peeps and my people's peep squad. Watch over them, protect them on the highways and the byways. And just, touch their heart and their soul and fill it with joy and happiness, God, and protection from these nuts out here, protection from craziness, protection from the negativity, from my peeps and my people's peep squad is in the building. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. I will see you tomorrow, and God is going to wake each and every one of y'all up, including myself, and we'll be kicking here again, baby. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Much love to each and every one of you. What's up, Debbie Lowe? How you doing? Thank you, Kimmi. I feel that. Oh, Mel next cell. She needs to use code lawsuit. Oh, that would be crazy. I know the lawsuit. If the Scots lose this lawsuit, we're gonna have to say clowns. Like, come on. We're gonna have to say clowns. Yes, much love to you, Norris Tony. And please don't forget to go check out Norris Tony YouTube. His name is on the screen. Check out his YouTube channel. And also, please don't forget to check out Ralph Esco channel too as well, and show them some love. And peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. And may God fill your heart with joy and easiness, to Norris Tony. And we send our condolences to your family. Much love. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, Twitter. Good night, Twitch. Good night, YouTube. Good night, my peeps. See ya.